This is the Tova Signature 3.4 ounces of the Eau de Parfum Duo. Now, take a look at your screen, please. If you are just starting to wind down your day, this is very important. If sold separately, both of these would cost you $132. You don't have to spend that today. We have the Duo for $76 and 3 easy payments.
Only while supplies last at this point, because this is something that we did once a year. It took us a longer time to be able to get it this year, but it's finally, the moment is here. And then we'll talk about Signature.
Please. Yes, please. I mean, and 11 million bottles of Signature have been sold here at QVC. Plus. So when it comes to your signature fragrance, this is the one that you've been looking for. Tell us.
Well, you know, first of all, for those of you who are saying, first, a perfume on television. Let's face it, that's not an easy concept because, you know, you can't smell it. But so go on a journey with me. And we introduced this to Mary just yesterday, and she's already hooked.
Already hooked, and so is my husband.
Yeah. So the thing is that this is Eau de Parfum, 28.5% essential oil. We're going to talk a little bit about the backstory after I finish that. Then into that is Jasmine Absolute, which is still $76,000 a pound. And because we can go directly from the manufacturer, us, to QVC, is the way we've been able to keep this at this incredible price, and especially for the Duo. Then into Lavender from Provence, the best of lavender, and then magnificent sandalwood from East India, and then finishing with aphrodisiac musk. Now, it's clean, it's sensual, it's never overpowering. Men and children adore it because it's not perfumey. It's as if you stepped out of this incredible, bergamot is that wonderful orange and a lemon from Calabria, Italy. And it just opens everything. And we're going to tell stories also.
Yes.
But in other words, this now is truly aged for over 3 months, which is the quote-unquote old-fashioned way, the classic way of doing perfume, and before it even sees a bottle. And it is one where, because of the concentration, I don't care if you are 13 years old, and I know that's young for perfume, or 103.
Right.
Everyone, this is our going into our 4th generation. It is always sparkling, always completely new, no matter if you've had one bottle or
a Duo.
Hundreds.
How about a Duo this morning? And it sounds like we are getting very popular, by the way. So I just want to remind everyone, more than 100 have already made their way out the door. I understand. Let me just make sure you know, if you don't want to wait, you can always go to QVC.com and place your order. You can always place your order on our downloadable apps. But I want to make sure that I am very clear. This is the final order of the year, and we can only do this once a year because of that process that Tova was just telling us about.
Right.
The offer, you get 2. Both of those bottles that you're seeing on your screen, you are getting 2 3.4-ounce bottles.
I know. So, and remember, the holidays are coming.
Yes.
It's great for gifting if you can. And also, just so you know, this is a way to stock because as it's boxed, and also it will be in it, if you leave it in a dark, cool place, it'll last a minimum of 3 years.
Oh, how lovely.
And we must say something about how you felt, since you hadn't really experienced.
I had not. And, you know, I've shared with those of you at home, if you've watched QVC before and we have met, I started here in customer service, and I had my first experience with Tova Signature in the call center, and I just caught just the very hint of it over my desk, and I thought, I have to know who's wearing that. I have to find out where that's coming from. And I walked and walked and walked, and it turned out it was just right next to me. And it's the most refreshing, elegant. It doesn't smell like anything you've ever tried before. So if you have been looking for that signature fragrance, this is the one to get home and give a try.
Oh yes, and also for those people. In other words, we're going to tell some stories during this too, but the little bit of the backstory.
Please.
How does one create a perfume?
How do you start?
Now that we have a couple of minutes to share. Well, I was in skincare in Cactine, which is our registered mark for our skincare, which is not available at the moment. But I wanted to create a fragrance because I really hated what my mother was wearing for years. And I was on location with my husband in San Francisco, went into this aromatherapy shop and found this bath oil. And at that time, of course, I was fearless and finally found the president of the company and talked to him on the phone. And he said, no, we're an essential oil house. We're not a perfume. You can't do it. And it would be too expensive. And I never gave up.
Good
and
for
we
you.
got there
Good for you.
and started talking and started blending. And then in the year, we had 3 different variations of what Tova became. And my husband, Ernest Borgnine, I swear to you, this is sort of the intimate, I don't think I've shared this on air, but he actually went and said to people in the restaurant, what do you think? These are the samples. And I was an Academy Award winner going to the tables, and we, brought it down from 3. This was the one that was the most popular. Wow. And that's what's kept the integrity of Tova's signature. It becomes your signature.
It absolutely does. And people ask you questions because I've had this recently myself. Right. More than 200 bottles of 200 duos. Oh my goodness, 300 now have already been ordered this morning. This is the final order of the year. We won't be able to get any more before the holidays. So if you are gift shopping, may I encourage you to start and to continue, because the duo is available now for that incredible price of $76. The value, well, I'll explain. You're getting twice the amount of what you would pay for 1 bottle on QVC right now. So please know that this value is extraordinary. 3 easy payments of $25.33 are also available. But the fact that they come individually boxed means that, yes, you can keep one, or give them both if you are that lovely of a person.
Yes.
I don't know how that would be possible. But what I need you to know is that I come across a lot of lovely product now that I work as a host here at QVC and in customer service and as a producer. Believe me when I tell you that when it comes to a signature fragrance, there is no finer, there is no better made, and there is no longer lasting than Tova. And if you have never tried before, believe me when I tell you this value, today is the day to try.
Oh, bless you, darling.
Oh,
but,
it's true.
The one thing, the stories that we've had over the years.
I love the stories. And please share your stories with us, too.
Absolutely.
Call us, please.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yes.
But in other words, I go back to one of the beginning stories. And Christy, if you're watching in Indianapolis, we have remained pen pals ever since, or now social pals, whatever. And she was a police officer at the time, and she was leaving a theater in the afternoon, and she noticed behind her someone going, sniffing behind her. And of course, being alert as a police person would be, and she walked no more than 30 feet, and she heard this enormous crash.
Oh, no.
And she looked back, and there's the same man that's literally walked into a telephone pole and knocked himself out. I swear to God.
Oh, no.
By just being so caught up with the fragrance.
And that's what it's about.
And that was Christy. And remember, I've been here now. Tova's Signature is just finished her 25th year on air at QVC.
Wow.
I wish I could say the same of my age, that is. But anyway.
We would know no difference.
Now, with every time we have kept the integrity, but the most important thing is all of your stories.
Yes.
And we have a complete sharing. That was the first. Now I'm going to bring you up to, last night I went out to dinner, and we were having our Cosmos and so on, having a wonderful time with my dearest friends. And a young girl, a waitress, comes over. She said, I've been passing, excuse me, but I've been passing you, and I just have to know what you're wearing. And I thought, God bless you. You see, it's when you least expect it.
Of course.
But it's that kind of, it's a sisterhood now.
Absolutely.
We had Tuesdays with Tova earlier, and thank you all, those of you who are still up. But it's where it's a bond. But whether you're 20 or you're in your 70s, 80s.
Right.
Doesn't matter. It's clean, it's fresh, it stays with you. And I'm going to show you something that we haven't really done.
Please.
The 28.5% essential oil is, you see the clarity. And in other words, this is clear in that sense. But I'm going to just take my palm and go like that. Now that is, as you can see, when I rub that, you see that oil? That's what makes it stay.
That.
So in other words, the Tova Halo, preferably completely, you know, in your environment in the bathroom.
Yes.
Nude, preferably. And you spray in front of you, and you walk through it. And that way it settles. But it is because of the concentration.
Right.
And the clarity, and keeping it where, again, it's aged like fine wine.
Oh, well, spending some time with Tova the day before yesterday, first of all, I was beside myself, but that is not the point. When you did that, when you sprayed Tova Signature in your hand and explained to me that it was 28% essential oil, I thought, that's why throughout the day, you will adjust to it personally.
You may not notice it after 6 or 8 hours or whatever, but others will. It lingers. It's like this wonderful magnet of behind you, so that it leaves that impression, never overpowering. It's very soft. Fine fragrances are laid down very similar to music. So that's the chord. It's all, and you can't get it anywhere else, by the way.
No, you can only find it here at QVC. And 600 duos have already made their way out the door. I just want to share with you too, if you are tuning in, you are getting the duo. We cannot do this but once a year. And this is available right now for that QVC price of $76. We do have 3 easy payments available if that would be your preferred way to go. But you're getting 2 bottles in boxes. So you may gift if you would like to. But I highly encourage you to give this a try as your signature scent. Because when you try Tova Signature, whether you would like to do just one, whether you would like to do the halo method, however you would like to apply. I love fresh out of the shower.
Yes.
That is.
But it is truly, it literally, if there is a term of being able to truly say that it takes on your signature.
Yes.
So that when people, they literally say, we got to. You can, well, I don't know exactly, I haven't counted the bottles, but I would say I've had at least 20,000 of them. And every time I spray on myself, I feel like it's brand new.
Isn't that
It's that
lovely?
kind of thing.
Well, this is also a Hall of Fame nominee.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is in the fragrance world. And I would love to say, too, a 259538. If you would like to place your order immediately, there is no wait on QVC.com. There is no wait on your free downloadable apps. But we have a phone call.
Oh, great.
I would love to say.
I love that we have a phone call at this hour.
Thank you so much, Tony, for staying up with us from Georgia. Hi, my name is Mary, but please meet Tova Borgnine.
It is my honor. Thank you very much for taking my call. I have to say,
Tony, I just want to share with you, we are going to turn up the speaker because Tova can't hear you at this precise moment. So we're just going to get that speaker turned up, but please continue to share with us.
Sure. I just wanted
perfect.
to say,
I'm here. I'm with you, Tony.
Okay, great. First, it is my honor to speak with you. I'm such a huge fan, and you're the epitome of what elegance should be.
Absolutely.
Thank you, darling.
And I have several bottles sitting on my counter. My most recent auto delivery, I believe, is on its way. I will never, ever let myself run out. It is the only thing I will ever wear ever again. People stop me no matter where I am, men, women, people at the checkout line to ask me what I'm wearing. I constantly have to write it down for them so they can get it. It is, I just would never have believed it if someone else had told me that until I started wearing it. It is unbelievable, and I thank you so much.
Oh, Tony, I'm going to reach right through the camera and just give you a big hug. You know, obviously,
I'll give you one.
I've done it for so long, and what is my gift is what you just shared. So thank you so much, Tony.
No, thank you so much. It is such a privilege to be able to speak to you. I'm such a big fan of both you and your husband.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you so much for making this available for us.
Oh, darling, I am so happy. You're getting the duo, I suppose.
As soon as I hang up, yeah.
Okay, good. Oh, don't hang up, darling. Stay on. They
That's
can do
exactly
that,
right. We will send you
to
right
add
over
to the
to
3 or
customer
4
service.
bottles that I already have extra. Now that you said it lasts for 3 years, I'm going to make sure I never run out.
Oh, bless you, darling.